Alright, so we head north on the 65. Take the first right. No. Take the first right after the artificial limb factory. Is that this? That's the factory? Okay, first right. Can you... I can't see. There we go. First right after the artificial limb factory. From there, it is inevitable. Good. Act 1, Scene 3. Good. Elkhorn Valley. Sure hope this is the 0. Who is this? Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Hey, and Shannon, that lady's cousin? Yeah, it kind of is an emergency. That's true. But can I trust him not to change the locks? I don't even know what I'm talking about. I wonder if this is actually important to the story. Yeah, and I appreciate that, but... Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Shannon hangs up the phone and puts it away. That was a big old phone. No work tomorrow. Stranger. So am I playing as Shannon now? Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on, and I'm looking for the on-ramp to... Do you believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? Good question. Asking the tough question, Shannon. Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. What haunts you? People just ask real personal questions out here. Just total strangers just asking real personal questions. Bad decisions, I guess. Wasted youth. Huh, well look. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lysette's Antiques, and I'm out here trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to the mine? Oh, no. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. Now I heard I needed to take a highway called the 0, so I met this young lady, name of Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way, so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? Why am I Conway now? The 0, is that around here? I've never heard of the damned 0. It doesn't sound like a real highway. But I know Weaver. I've known her all my life. She's my cousin. She was? She was or she is? I'm Shannon Marquez. Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere and we'd been hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion into wood chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At the time I thought she meant it was a riddle or a puzzle, but Weaver's not a puzzle, she's a mystery. So what are you doing down here, Shannon? Talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I'd come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. Why'd she send us both down here? Why am I talking like I'm from the backwoods? I mean, I am from the backwoods, but why am I talking like it? Because I don't usually talk like this. Where did you see Weaver? At my workshop. She just appeared. Hadn't seen her since a long time. It's not such a bad thing you showing up. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're gonna go down it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, we've got to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. How am I gonna get on the on-ramp if it's at the bottom of the mine? That makes no sense. I've got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead, do some analysis, and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. That was a lot of big words, but sure, let's look around. Did not understand a single thing you just said, and I do not like the ominous music that is playing right now. Actually, I think that was just my ear kicking on. Anyways, moving on. Blue. You heard the lady. Stay there. Can I walk a little faster, please? Blue, stay, sit, lie down, take a nap. Enjoy the rest of your life. There's the PA. That runs into the mine's PA system. You think it still works? Only one way to find out. Alright, give it a whirl. Is anybody down there? How big is this place? Sure, is anybody down there? Nothing. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens. Coal script. What is that? You know? And if you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air up, well, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. Guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. So let's just head into the mine. No, I definitely feel better getting some readings first. I don't know what it's like down there anymore. Years of seasonal changes and seismic irregularities could have totally reconfigured it. I'm not going in blind, and neither are you. She's using a lot of big fancy words. I'm just a Southern girl. I don't know what she's talking about. I bet we just have to free up some power from the PA system. Everything's rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours and I'll go unplug the ceiling lights. I still have Joseph's lamp, really? Tries to think of something clever to say. I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Well, okay, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Let's just make some noises into the mouthpiece. Just rub that mouthpiece. Just tap it, dude, just tap it. Comes a deep tone. Blows. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say something that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something, or what did you have for breakfast today? I'm kind of curious what you had for breakfast. The heck is that sound? I just had coffee. We listened to the radio. Then we just sat there for a bit. What the heck? God, it looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. What was all that sound, though? One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. How do you know all this? Just from me making noises into the PA system. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. This makes no sense. And thinks about the road. And remembers a moment when he was younger. These are some creep. I'm telling you, this is a horror game. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep at it for a minute. Visualizes a cold drink. That's what I'd like right now. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. What? 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 Excuse you? What? Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? My leg is stuck! Shit, okay, I'm going to pull you out. We've got to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up! It's over! My life is over! Here, let's get you on the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Well, okay, there's some luck. Right? We should be able to ride this tram right out of one of the auxiliary exits. If there are any. I think there are. What about the on-ramp? I need the on-ramp! We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. So the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. Why? But why? Oh, just turn my lights off. Oh. going? On this fun little ride. Are we going down? Oh, we're going down. Just a slight downward incline. Am I like supposed to stop places? See things? That was a person! You guys saw that, right? You guys saw that, right? That was a person. I'm not about this life. Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself, but this whole branch was underwater last I heard. Is it safe? There was a person over there. Guess so. Looks like they finally drained it, or maybe it just drained off on its own. The water came in pretty fast, and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. Only heard parts of how it went from there, sanitized or bereaved. You know how these big companies are. But there was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get all the pumps going because the power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even that, then it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they. You lost some people down here, didn't you? We all lost people down here. Well, not all of us, but most of us. Doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable's still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks. The water hadn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging around the turntables from the company store. Just junk, you know? Might as well buy it and use it to decorate the place. Or as landmarks, I guess. Hard to know which is which down here. It's all so dim and gray. There was a person, and I can't focus on anything else. There was a person. Shannon connects 2 clip leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... Animal bones! The pendulum and the casket. Alright, so we're switching to a different track now, okay? I'm gonna turn my light off again so I can see. Oh, that was a person! There's people and there's weird lights. And weird sounds. What the heck? There are people here, and they are watching. Ooh, I don't like this. This is a horror game. This is a tape player. A dusty reel-to-reel tape player is stashed beneath the truck, loaded with tape but starved for power. Okay then. I didn't know these were still down here. What was that? Look, there's a tape player down there. I know, I just looked at it. One of those old reel-to-reel setups. When this mine was active, a couple of folk music archivists spent time here recording miner songs. Really academic, ivory tower types. None of these miners really talk to them much. So they stay at the margins, observed, took notes, and then sometimes they get someone on a lunch break to sing into their microphone. So I guess the power company got some kind of interest in the project and gave the archivists some coal script tokens to pay the miners with for their songs. What happened to the archivists? They got out. When the flood came, they left. So we're going the other way now. That was pointless. And I'm terrified, and I don't want to be here anymore. Shannon connects the 2 clip leads from her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the pendulum and the casket, so... Oh, I can go backwards, though. Alright, let's go backwards. So there's a stage. Damn, it's almost totally intact. I thought it would have been destroyed. Destroyed by what? When the mine flooded, I mean. It looks so fragile, doesn't it? It's It's a recording studio, basically, kind of thrown together, but that's where the archivist would record, and I guess then they'd sequester themselves down by that tape deck we found to listen to the recorded songs. What do you think the archivists were after? Data, I guess? Comparing intonation, subject matter, diction, you know, all those little details that one really thinks about when they that no one really thinks about when they listen to music. Yeah, academics are great at that stuff. Let's get out of here. So let's do the bat feeder and the scarecrow. Oh, this is weird. It's like changing perspectives. Ooh, this is really weird. Alright, let's go backwards first. Dead end? But I see outside! But I see outside right now! You hear that kind of a muffled rumbling? Maybe we're near the surface? Yeah, it sounds kind of like a highway. Wonder why they stopped digging so abruptly here. Maybe they hit a pipe or something. But that's outside right there! Man! That's probably the zero. The tracks are all messed up here. This tram isn't going any further. I wonder what's down that tunnel. We ain't gonna find out! No siree. Alright, so now we're between the animal bones and the rowboat. And when we're between the animal bones and the rowboat, then back leads back to where we fell, so I need to go forward now. So I could have just stayed on the same track I was on the whole time. Great. Unless this also leads to nowhere and we're just trapped and we're gonna die down here. We're gonna die a horrible death by whoever's hiding in the darkness. Well, we're going back up, so that's a good sign. I like up. Exit! Found the exit! Yeah! Thank God, okay. No, let's go. Let's not poke around anymore. There's people down here, man! That tunnel where the tracks are broken, I'd like to take a look down there. Okay, fine. I'll just wait for you here. Where are you going? I don't like this. Can I move anywhere? Bird cage. Favorite tag hangs in the bird cage by a string. Canary 25 tokens. Canary sold at the company store. Did they also sell respirators? No bones in the cage. The bird must have been set free. Or maybe the cage was cleaned. There are cardinals at the Louisville Zoo. And other birds. Ostriches, eagles, emus. No canaries. Too common? Too small maybe. But they have starlings. Starlings aren't much bigger than canaries. What happens if I just keep doing this? What happens if I just leave the light off? I hear things. Tape reels. A pile of tape reels is jammed on the top of the tram. They must have been thrown on in a rush. The rails are unlabeled. The tape is decayed. Lizette and Ira's son Charlie talked about a piece of music he liked made with old decaying tapes. What was it called? Something about... Charlie had the most bizarre taste in music. Had. Past tense. Weird noisy computer music. Where did he even hear that stuff? Louisville probably. Or college. Are you talking about dubstep? Who's a smart kid? Dan Fitty. He's dead. So what happened to him? So many mysteries! Notebooks. Notebook at the top of this dusty stack is labeled in black marker. The label is dusty and smudged, but it looks like it might say horses. Houses, maybe? Or verses. Crude and hurried handwriting, too. Lizette has immaculate handwriting. Pristine and measured cursive. Never a stray mark. For the last several months, she filled out the receipts for each order since the young couple complained about the handwriting on the order slip. It's carbon paper anyway. It's bound to wear away over time. If they're so precise about their records, they should put it on the computer anyway. Light off. Light on. Light off. Light on. Light off. Shannon, what's taking you so long? Exit? No, I told Shannon I'd wait for her. I told Shannon I'd wait. I'ma wait for Shannon. But what if she's dead? Light off. Light on. Light off. Light on. She taking too dang long. Hey, there's my car and my dog. Cool. I don't look so good, I'm all hunched. Where's Shannon? I left Shannon. I don't feel good about this. Can I go back? I can't go back. The cramped shack is lined with wooden shelves. Dusty stacks of tape reels and notebooks crowd the room, but a bit of moonlight filters through a window near the ceiling. On a small desk in the middle of the room lay 3 notebooks. The red one is labeled J. Marquez. The green one is labeled R. Marquez. The blue one is unlabeled. The blue one. The notebook is full of Greek letters and Hey, Shannon! What up? Near the back of the book, what first looks like it might be an esoteric German shorthand is actually a love poem written in anagrams. How about the red notebook? Pages are covered in disorganized notes, some written horizontally and others scribbled vertically into margins. A few pages are lined more evenly and divided into charts correlating seasons, lyrics, harmonies, and coal holes. Conway opens the green notebook. On each page is a delicately rendered charcoal drawing, most are portraits of rugged faces. Near the middle of the book, there are a few drawings of a young girl in a miner's helmet. She plays along the minecart trucks collecting pieces of... Oh yeah, this place. These notebooks are labeled Marquez. Your parents are the archivists? No, Weaver's parents are the archivists. My parents were miners. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's slow. Well, I'll try not to get too far ahead of you. You don't mind my hitching a ride, do you? I kind of got a lift out here. Wasn't sure if, when I'd be heading back. If? Oh, were you gonna go kill yourself down in the mine? I can drive. Yeah, maybe that's best. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. Still need to find the 0. Well, it's like I told you, Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you weren't just listening closely enough, and that's not exactly what she said. That's freaking exactly what she said. I wrote it down on my Post-it note. Saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Lake Nolan, right at Wax and Peonia. In the back of a bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head up first, just let me know. Let's go to the farmhouse. What does that mean? Where's she going? Okay, she's following now. Lizette's Antiques. Guess this is your truck? Surprised? It's kind of old. No, I'm not surprised. I guess it's an antique, too. I think it suits you. Let's talk to Blue. How's it going, Blue? Blue, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. Do you help with the driving? You help with the drooling, looks like. Alright, let's drive the truck. Conway moves on. Move on. Get going. Alright, let's go back to the farmhouse, and then I think I will end this episode there. Go that way. The controls for driving are a little weird. So, this is where she was? Yeah, makes sense. This is where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know. Had this place built. Do you have any debts? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. Weaver had debt too, a lot of it. All tuition. She said she was a mathematician or something? Yeah, she studied some esoteric stuff about something about using math to translate between Spanish and English. I think eventually Weaver put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. Huh, okay. I guess we two aren't the only ones she's been talking to. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there. Well, that is a damned antique for you. Had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on, I bet Lizette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. Do it! Do it! Do it! Let's break open the back of the house. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Look like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that oughta... should be something now, or... should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? That looks a little dangerous what you're doing there. Damn, okay, here, I think the contacts are dirty. Then I'll go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north, south, and I gotta look at the barn, apparently. What the heck? What just happened? The barn is gone. And my truck is pulling into it. Is that the zero? This is weird. I like it. What just happened? End of Act 1. Ooh, cool. Alright, well then I am going to end this episode here. Is it going to do something? Is it going to tell me to do... Ooh, what's this? What's happening here? Attention, Lula Chamberlain. It doesn't say attention, whatever. Reply to your application. Thank you for applying to the Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture's annual fellowship. We received a record number of applications this year, over 100 in total, and regrettably we can only award one fellowship position per year. As you know, our review process includes a multi-phase blind committee analysis of portfolio submissions, as well as a careful review by a panel of subject matter expert on each applicant's notability and relevance in the field. We must be extremely selective in our process so as to maintain the standards we've established over our 35 years in operations. Our panel did not select your application. We encourage you to consider reapplying next year. Many young artists and architects reapply for a few successive years before being accepted. Sincerely, Dr. Carl Stone Norden, Architect, Gaston Trust for Imagined Architecture. Below the printed text is a hastily handwritten note. Sorry for the condescending form letter. Love your work. Unfortunately, I just do the mail here. Folds the letter up and puts it in her handbag. Lulu opens a folder on her desk labeled proposals. Opens a folder of writing paper on her desk. Writing paper. To herself quietly, Dearest Robert, thank you for your kind note. thank you for your kind note. Though it has been many years since my name appeared in a gallery program, except as an occasional dusty curiosity in a group show or as an impertinent subject of some misguided retrospective, I continue to... Something something gratitude, yours in situ, Lula? Rick clears his throat. Busy? How are you, Rick? Shouldn't complain. So, did you get my note? About the proposals, I'm still working on them. Okay, gotcha. Well, hey, I'm not here to rush you, so how did your application go? I was in the mailroom when I saw you got a letter back. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry, I just saw. It's fine, Rick, I'm not going anywhere. How's your goldfish? Well... Okay, I'm gonna end this episode here before something else happens. And, Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces. Stop making me do things. I don't want to do things. How the heck did I end up here? No, this is the end of the episode. You stop. I'm not playing your game. I will in the next episode. If you guys liked it, make sure that like button and comment down below because you know how much I love getting feedback. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you do because I put out new content just like this every single day except for Sunday. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in the skies. Bye!